say what needs to be said, well, we say what needs to be said so you can say what needs to be said. It's your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. I'm in the building tonight. How y'all feeling? Sunday night vibe. And yeah, what a game. That was a few good games tonight. Sunday night vibes, man. Y'all come on in the building. Let's chop it up, trying to chat. It is time to chat a little bit. We got a lot to uncover around here. Sunday night vibes, you feel me? Sunday night vibes. Cowboys versus the 49ers just went down. It just went down. Just went down. And it almost went into, not overtime. Almost lost by 1 point, but they pulled off the victory. You know what I mean? Let's get into this thing. Cowboys versus the 49ers. And you know, me watching this game tonight, I knew it was going to be a long night for the Cowboys on the first run play from Ezekiel Elliott. The way the 49ers swarmed him, it was nothing but red jerseys surrounded by him. And I knew they came to play. But Zeke looked like he was getting back to his old self. He did run hard, but on that play, he looked like he was getting jumped by five different people, 5 different opposing opponents that is not on his team. Nobody came to his rescue. It was him against the other team, just him by himself. But like I said, Zeke ran hard, man. He ran harder than his usual self during this season. So that's a big up. That's one time for Zeke, man. Zeke getting his shit together. Or getting himself together, should I say. And old Dak Prescott, what do we say about Dak Prescott, man? Dak, man, he had so many opportunities tonight, and he just continues to not show up for his team. And then he had the perfect opportunity to lead his team. He had the perfect opportunity to lead his team to a score right before the half. And once again, Dak didn't deliver. And it was 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock. I remember exactly. It was 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock. And Dak went 3 and out. He went 3 and out, gave the ball back to Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy had another chance to score with 54 seconds left in the game. He had another opportunity to score with 54 seconds left in the game after Dak Prescott and the Cowboys just had the ball with the 1 minute and 24 seconds left. You understand what I'm saying? So Dak and the Cowboys had the ball with 1 minute and 24 seconds left. They go 3 and out. 3 and out. Bang, bang, bang. They give the ball back with 54 seconds left on the clock and give Brock Purdy and the 49ers the opportunity to score. They don't even run the clock down. That is just horrible football. Horrible football. And then he comes back out in the second half and throws the second interception of the night. This makes 3 straight consecutive games with 2 interceptions for Dak Prescott. Wow. And he's supposed to be the franchise quarterback. The guy that was holding out, waiting to be paid $60 million a year. And Jerry Jones is the fool to give it to him. He threw 2 interceptions against the Lions. Was that last week? No. I don't know. Was that last week? No, they had a bye week. So he threw 2 interceptions against the Lions, 2 interceptions against the Steelers, and then 2 interceptions tonight. That's what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. And then once again, Dak Prescott cannot deliver at the end of the game, his opportunity. Awful football. Awful football. What it do, T-Dub? Let me read this real quick. I know it was Steven because it was all that stuff about that. Yeah, man. We're gonna get into the chat. T-Dub got a lot to say. Hold on real quick, chat. Let me type something in real quick. Gotta get something together. But Dak, man. And we gotta revisit what Cam Newton had to say also. Cam Newton had a lot to say about the kid, Dak, and we're gonna get into that likewise. because we got to revisit that. You feel me? So, yeah, Dak couldn't deliver again tonight. He couldn't deliver in the first half. The end of the first half, he couldn't deliver. And he couldn't deliver in the fourth quarter when the game was on the line. And he almost threw an interception. Dak don't be Daking. And what is going on? What is going on with the Cowboys? They just all over the place. And now you got Jerry Jones backing down off his statement that he isn't the best, that he's the best man for that GM job. Now he's backing down and trying to place the blame on the head coach, Mike McCarthy, for this disastrous season that is going on. Like he wasn't just at the beginning of the season at the forefront, acting like he the big dog, making all the decisions, and he's the best man for the job. Now he can't hold himself accountable. No accountability. That's just like an old grumpy rich white man. They always they can never hold themselves accountable. That reminds us of a guy that's running for president. He could throw those jabs. He could take all the great things when someone says great things about what he has going on, his company, his organization, what have you. But soon as something isn't right, anything's going bad, no accountability. And that's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones will not hold himself accountable for what he does to this team. Now, what would Jerry Jones' next move be? Because he is unpredictable and he has to make a move. And what would that next move be? Would that be fire the defensive coordinator, fire the offensive coordinator? Because some reason he loved Mike McCarthy. What is it going to be? I say bring Belichick back. Bring back Bill Belichick. Please, I miss Bill Belichick coaching. I want to see him coach. Yeah, I want to see him coach. I want to see him do the right thing, but I want to see him coach. I want to see him coach. Now we must revisit Cam Newton comments he made last year about Brock Purdy and Brock Purdy being a game manager. We must revisit these comments, and we have to talk about it. Somebody go tag Cam Newton and let him know that say what needs to be said is saying what needs to be said, and he is the topic of discussion tonight. So, if Brock Purdy is a game manager, and that is the case, right, Mr. Cam Newton, then what the hell is Dak Prescott? Please tell me what the hell is Dak Prescott if Brock Purdy is a game manager. What name can we think of to give Dak Prescott, who is performing below standards, below normal average standards? He's not even playing close to elite level. He's not even playing average right now. Let's think of a name for Dak Prescott. Let's help Mr. Cam Newton out. Can we help Mr. Cam Newton out and think of a name for Dak Prescott? Is he elite? No, not anymore, if he used to be. A game manager? Maybe. Or is he a game changer? He's definitely not a game changer. Now, I can tell you that Brock Purdy is better than Dak Prescott. That Brock Purdy is better than Dak Prescott. I don't know if it's post-injury, before the injury, or whatever. I'm looking at right now what's going on. And I could sit here and name all the things that Brock Purdy does better than Dak Prescott. And we can start off with the legs. He runs better. If y'all disagree with me in the chat, y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. What's up, Phil? What they do, baby? We're going to get to you in the chat. So Purdy runs better than Dak, hands down. Maybe Dak ran better before his injury, but post-injury, he doesn't run better, right? Dak is not a better passer. Brock Purdy is he is more of an accurate passer than Dak Prescott. He throws a way better ball, meaning accurately, than Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, yeah, he has a pretty ball. I must admit, he has a pretty ball, but he is not accurate with his ball, and he doesn't make great decisions. Brock Purdy plays with a better IQ than Dak Prescott. He plays with a better IQ. Yeah, for real. Dak Prescott look like he's like the brain is degenerating the older he get as a football player. It's like he's forgetting. He almost threw the interception. There's three San Francisco players right there. It was no one else. It's like he's just locked in on CeeDee Lamb. It's like CeeDee Lamb has a cast over his head. Something like, you must throw me the ball. You have to throw me the ball. You know what I mean? And then the last name, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy plays with more heart than Dak Prescott. If he doesn't, that's what it looks like. So he runs better. He's more of an accurate passer than Dak Prescott. He plays with a higher IQ than Dak Prescott. And he plays with more heart, emotions, like he wants it more than Dak Prescott. Y'all can't say it ain't true. Brock Purdy wanted to win that game. He was running at the end of the game. He ran like the game was on the line, like it meant you could feel that energy when we're watching the game. Who wants it, who don't want it. And you could tell Dak doesn't want it. Dak don't care about winning. Life is good for Dak, man. He ain't worried about nothing. Dak is over there building a millions and millions of dollar house. He just knocked down a $3 million house. Life is good for Dak. Dak ain't worried about football. He is not worried about the game of football. As a matter of fact, how many people now? I talked about this the other day when Colorado Buffaloes was playing, and I said Shedeur Sanders. I can name 5 quarterbacks that Shedeur Sanders is better than right now in the NFL. Starting quarterbacks that Shedeur Sanders is better than. And let me tell you, I would replace Dak Prescott with Shedeur Sanders right now at this present moment. Would y'all do the same? Y'all talk to me in the chat. Would you replace Dak Prescott with Shedeur Sanders right now in this present moment? For me, that's an easy call. It's a no-brainer for me. I'm bringing in Shedeur and I'm replacing Dak Prescott. Despite the money and stuff like that, I know all that's got to be worked out. But Dak Prescott doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? And nobody like Cam or nobody else can use the excuse that the 49ers defense carries this team and because they aren't playing the same. And that's the reason why Brock Purdy is able to be a game manager and lead this team. No, that defense isn't playing the same. This isn't the same San Francisco defense with the Patrick Willises and the Dante Whitners and things like and players like that back in the days. No, they took a step back. And on one drive, right, just to help y'all understand what I'm saying about San Francisco defense isn't the same anymore. And on one Dallas drive, or San Francisco drive against the Dallas defense, they went 11 plays on 65 yards and scored. On the Niners defense. Dallas offense scored on the Niners defense. 11 plays and 65 yards on the Niners defense. That is unusual for the 49ers football. So just to show you the difference in, them playing now to when they used to play. That wouldn't happen back in the days. You know what I mean? Bitter Baby Mama Club say Purdy a winner, Dak a better passer. Ooh, man, hold on. I was about to move on and Bitter Baby Mama Club just halt me to my, stop me right there in my tracks. Purdy is a winner. Dak is a better passer. Now, when you say passer, what do you mean? You mean how pretty the ball looks coming out of his hand? Yes, I agree. But passing doesn't just mean how pretty the ball looks. It means you have to connect with the receiver. It needs to be accurate. You have to make the right decisions with the ball. And did you see that tonight? Did you see that the last 3 games? This is 3rd consecutive game with 2 interceptions. Not 1 interception, not 1 turnover, 2. How can you win in the NFL like that? You can say it's a drought. You can say X, Y, Z. This has been Dak Prescott since the Dallas Cowboys. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, I ain't giving him 1 for 1. Purdy got him beat in the winning category and the passing category. Bitter Baby Mama, talk to me. You know what I mean? Talk to me. Phil, that was never dominant on no level from high school to NFL. He overachieved and Jerry overpaid him. His time as started over. Yeah, you have a point. But Mississippi, I think he was. You're right, but he was never that elite. You're right. I can't really argue with you. I I think he got to the NFL. Some players get like that. They get to the NFL, get that shot, you know, make the organization feel a certain way. And timing is good. Timing works for a lot of people. Timing ends up in the right place for a lot of individuals. And that's what life is about. You gotta try to time things up. But let's get into this exciting game, man. Another exciting game. We got the Commanders versus the Chicago Bears. Jayden Daniels versus Caleb Williams. They went head to head, toe for toe, and yeah, they didn't have the statistical game and all these beautiful stats, but they played good ball, and it came down to the wire, baby. Yes, it did. It came down to the wire. These two young quarterbacks are exciting to watch, man. If y'all disagree, I don't know what the heck going on with y'all. They are exciting to watch. The way they make plays and stuff, man. I watched Caleb Williams on one play. I watched Caleb Williams on one play make the entire defensive line miss with a blitzer. So not four defensive linemen. It was four defensive linemen plus a blitzer. They all had Caleb Williams cornered in, and he made them all miss. Like literally, every single one of them. Man, and his talent speaks for itself. He's a real talented kid at quarterback. Even though Caleb only completed 10 passes today, right? I think he was 10 for 24. It was less than 24%. He gonna get better. He gonna get better. The problem is the beginning of the season, that offensive line was so great, so good. They gave him all the time in the world to pass and make decisions and run around and create and be patient as possible. Now the Commanders, they came with a lot of pressure, and that pressure was getting to him. And as more time goes past, and he gets more reps against that pressure, he's gonna know how to deal with it. Right now, it surprised him a little bit. It was a little surprising for him. It was a little surprising for him. It got to him. That's why he was 10 for 24, and him trying to run around like he always did from since his college days at Oklahoma, then USC. It ain't gonna work all the time in NFL. These NFL players are big, they're strong, and they might be faster. So just escaping these NFL players, the best players in the world, don't work like that in college. But he'll learn that. You know. And let me tell you, man. It's like every time you watch a game or every week, I don't know. It comes up. It comes up a lot. The commentators are always jinxing the kicker, right? So this field goal kicker for the Commanders, he was perfect. He was perfect all season. Austin Seibert, that's how I think you pronounce his name. Austin Seibert was perfect all season kicking field goals before the day, right? And then all of a sudden, if y'all was watching that game, Tony Romo brings up the stats and brags about how perfect Austin has been. And then, boom, shanks the kick. Now, it's always happened. The commentators always jinx the goddamn kicker. Tell him how good he's been. He's a 95% kicker. He's be doing good. And boom, he missed the extra point. That always happened, man. I wanted to bring that up, man. That's so funny, man. That was so funny. But for the Commanders, it was too many field goals. The offense, they needed to execute. They needed to get one or two touchdowns out of those field goals, and they wasn't able to execute. Guess we got to commend the Chicago Bears defense for that. But there was a lot of mistakes going on. Jayden Daniels, he was a little off, and I think it may have had to do with his rib injury. You don't understand, those rib injuries they hurt just to breathe. But yeah, he was a little off. And I think that had to do with the rib injury. But he threw for 250 yards, but no touchdowns. And that rib injury definitely had something to do with it, right? But Jayden Daniels is more of an accurate passer than he displayed tonight, right? He's much more accurate than he displayed tonight. And God only believed that the rib injury had a lot to do with it. But those young men, they know how to use their feet. And that's what quarterbacking about these days. You got to be able to use your feet and your arm. Just the pocket passing quarterback ain't gonna get it no more because they don't care about drafting offensive linemen and protecting nobody no more. You have to be able to use your feet, create, make plays, and find the open target and hit them on a dime. And you better be passing close to 70% in today's game. I don't know why it's so high. It's always been like that. 70% seems high. You completing 70% on me and I'm the defensive back, I'm going to feel a certain way. I ain't trying to feel no way. You know what I mean? So, ain't going down like that on me and my DBs. And we knew how the game went. We knew how the game ended. The game ended in another Hail Mary. We had a Hail Mary in college, got Hail Marys going on everywhere. This game ended in a Hail Mary, another win on the last play. And Chicago Bears defense. Let me tell y'all about this Hail Mary. Y'all probably don't understand the intricate details of a defense and how it's supposed to work when a Hail Mary is the situation that is going on in football. Chicago Bears defense executed that Hail Mary play poorly. And to make matters worse, on that Hail Mary, cornerback, the cornerback, number 29, who was supposed to be doing his job, was mocking the fans. Y'all didn't see that yet? He was mocking the fans on that game-winning play. Let's check it out. Let me show y'all this. I had to bring this up. We're going to watch number 29, Tyreek Stevenson, mocking the fans on this play right before the touchdown. Check this out. That's terrible. Now that's terrible. That's terrible, boy. Sometimes, man, karma will hit you right in the face. Let me explain to you about the Hail Mary, right? Now, if you seen, I had a little small clip. I couldn't blow it up, right? Now, if you seen, it seemed like everybody jumped and they attacked the ball. Everybody was attacking the ball on that Hail Mary play. Nobody was sitting back besides the Commanders. And that's the problem with the defense. The defense is supposed to have a safety valve in the back away from the pile, just like the Commanders had. So when they're jumping for the ball and it's a tip ball, they have somebody back there to defend it. And the Chicago Bears poorly executed that play. That was poor execution by the Chicago Bears defense. No one did their job. Nobody did their job. And it resulted in the Chicago Bears losing on the last play of the game. All that hard work goes unnoticed because we feeling ourselves. We forgot about what we're supposed to do. We're not going to go execute the game plan because we feel like this game is won. It's a 99% chance they won't catch this ball. As you can see with Tyreek Stevenson over there, not worried about anything. You know what I mean? And if you notice 31 on that play, you probably can't see it because it's very small on my screen. But when y'all watching the highlights and stuff, and you see number 31, watch number 31 for the Chicago Bears. As soon as the ball is caught by the Commanders, you will see him react like, dang, I was supposed to be there. It's my fault. Oh, man. You can see it. Number 31. Check it out. His life flashed before his eyes because he wasn't in the right position. And Caleb Williams was so pissed after he seen that catch, man. Did y'all see that too? He was on the sideline cussing, acting crazy because he put the team in position to make the play. I mean, put the team in the position to win, and the defense couldn't make the play. The defense let him down on that one, man, because all that hard work, I'm a rookie. I'm building my confidence. I want to feel what it feels like to be a comeback kid. And No, defense don't want to do their freaking job. Say what needs to be said. Come on, defense, man. If Bill Belichick was the head coach of that team, the Chicago Bears, and something like that happened, let me explain to y'all, man. It would be at least 5 people cut. People would get demoted. You won't be able to have no fun in the locker room. He will take all the fun away from us just because, rightfully so. And that's what you deserve. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get into this Dolphins versus the Cardinals. And Mr. 1-2-3 is back. He's more like Mr. 1-2 today. He didn't take that third step. He was getting that ball out quick. But hey, clap it up for Tua. You know, he came out there, he played hard. He didn't play scary. And he did his thing. He did his 1-2. But it wasn't enough, man. It wasn't enough. After suffering a scary concussion, Tua stepped back on the field with his life on the line, like we all have, but we play with our life on the line. But Tua had more in jeopardy than, I guess, the normal folks that isn't dealing with the head injuries. But Tua said he going out swinging regardless, man. Ain't no way he giving up football right now. He too young. He in the prime of his career. He got the fastest receivers in the game. I need to capitalize on this moment. You know what I mean? But Tua played unbelievable. Unbelievable. He played an unbelievable game. And the Dolphins still fell short. That's crazy. Tua played unbelievable, and the Dolphins still fell short. That don't even sound right. That don't sound like it even fit. But the difference was those Cardinals, those Arizona Cardinal defensive backs and cornerbacks, they challenged Tyreek and Jayden Waddle. I mean, every play. They was up in their face like they didn't care how fast them boys was. And that's what you do, man. That's how you play ball. It's about challenging. And the key to success for the Arizona Cardinals was they didn't give up more than 3 big plays. And that's always the goal for the defense. Not to give up more than 2 or 3, whatever the goal is that you set for the defense. Not to give up that amount of big plays, right? And that's what happened to the Miami Dolphins. The Arizona Cardinals stopped them from being able to throw the ball up, that catch and run, they break for 20, 30 yards. They had that stuff on lock. You know what I mean? And I'm specifically talking about the cornerbacks locking up, challenging, because they the ones that had to deal with that world-class speed every play. You know what I mean? And they challenged them. They challenged Hill and Waddle at the line of scrimmage in press coverage. And a lot of teams and a lot of players scared to do that because you miss, you slip, anything. They get one step, ain't no catching up. And let me tell you, a big play is any play over 20 yards, if I didn't mention that. I said 20 to 30 yards, but any play over 20 yards. But that's why I say I'm specifically referencing and talking about the cornerbacks. You understand what I'm saying? Because they probably gave up a screen and a couple pass plays that made equal over 3. But we're talking about the cornerbacks challenging Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. They did magnificent. Number 16, I can't think of his name, man. He did really well. And the Dolphins, man, the Dolphins, Mike McDaniels, they have a hell of a system, man. He built a hell of a system for Tua, and it fits him perfect. That system fits him perfect. And the design screens that install so Tua get the ball out quick, and the quick RPO run pass plays, this scheme is so awesome, and it fits Tua perfectly, man. I don't know how Tua could succeed in NFL without this scheme and Mike McDaniels. And then, not only that, when they run their screen plays and the quick run pass plays, the blocking scheme seems like it fits so perfectly. Like each screen it just gashes the defense because the blocking is so dominant on these screenplays. And Mike McDaniels is a freaking genius when it comes to that getting the ball out quick and creating screenplays. The screen comes from any type way, and Tua get that ball out very fast. So it's a great combination. I don't understand why no one else, the backup quarterback who Huntley, that was just there, can't execute it like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the left-handed because he's left-handed. Because Tua's left-handed. Maybe all the plays designed for the left hand. I don't know. That's a whole nother argument or debate. And One thing about Tua, if y'all don't know, is one thing about Tua, he plays his best ball when the Dolphins are ahead and no pressure's on. That's when he plays his best ball. And that's what he did. He played his best ball tonight. They controlled the game against the Cardinals all game. Tua did amazing all game until the last few minutes. It had nothing to do with Tua. Had nothing to do with Tua. Had everything to do with defense and Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray win games with his legs again and again and again. That's how Kyler Murray is going to beat you. He's going to create. He's going to run around. It's not going to be the normal type of football game. It may look like Pop Warner football. The shortest quarterback in the league, Kyler Murray. Yes, he's going to run around and create. He's going to create that run pass option. That's how he's been winning games his whole life. He's been winning games like this since high school. His high school days in Texas. He's a Texas boy. His high school was Allen High School. And he won Mr. Football twice in Texas. If y'all don't know, they play some serious football in Texas. And to win Mr. Football twice over there, that says a lot. And he was nothing but a winner. He's been playing like this since Oklahoma, since high school. And, that's how he plays football. And they won. Just gotta, I don't know. This team gotta build around that and understand his philosophy, and maybe, I don't know, understand when you run your route and you see him scrambling, build a certain system in them that receivers know where to be, at the right time. You understand what I'm saying? For Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't know, man. I'm still skeptical about him and his ability to be an elite receiver in the National Football League. Yeah, you could put him in the middle and slot receiver and match him up against linebackers and stuff like that. But as far as being outside, having to play against cornerbacks fast and quick that are getting his hands on, I don't see him creating that much separation. Same as CeeDee Lamb, but that's a whole nother story. But Marvin Harrison Jr., man, I don't know, man. That speed, that sudden quickness, I don't think he has it. I'm waiting to see it. I don't think he has it. And I'm waiting to see him create separation in man-to-man coverage and create a lot of separation. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to see it. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong in the chat, in the comments, man. You know what I mean? But y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all let everybody know, say what needs to be said. We live. We giving it to y'all, the way it needs to be given. Raw and authentic, you know what I mean? And uncut. You know what I mean? Eagles versus Bengals, baby. Justin. Jalen Hurts. Eagles versus the Bengals. Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts has his confidence back. And the Eagles made a statement. They made a statement today. They made a statement against the Bengals, and that's a really good team. A.J. Brown, that's what I learned today. A.J. Brown is the key to this team. A.J. Brown is the key to the Eagles' success. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. There's always one player on every team that has that influence. You know what I mean? That has that influence of making the team better. And that's A.J. Brown on this team. A.J. Brown makes Jalen Hurts feel like a mama's boy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very comfortable around you. Whatever you do, I believe in, and we're gonna make it happen together. And when that player has that influence on the team, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And when he's not in the lineup, everyone feels that pressure. The team feels that pressure. They feel that missing link. They feel that missing piece that they're used to having. And now that he's back, you can see the difference. Everybody's playing better. Everybody. I'm talking about even the defense. And that's what leaders and great players do. They make everybody around them better, some type of way. Some way, somehow. And let me tell you, man, the difference tonight for the Eagles, the same thing that was for the Cardinals. The defensive backs, the cornerbacks, they came to play today. Yeah, shout out to the Eagles defensive backs and cornerbacks. They've been going through a lot. They've been going through a lot this season, but tonight was a very good challenge against Jamar Chase. And let me tell you, man, that rookie, uh, Quinyon Mitchell, playing out of control, man, having a hell of a rookie season. And Big Play Slade came up with some big plays tonight or today. And then C.J. Gardner Johnson came through. C.J. Gardner with the nice interception. And then you got, you know, our favorite white boy, Reed Blankenship. Don't make me mess up names and shit. Reed Blankenship. Oh man, they played Philly football the way it's supposed to be played today. The defensive backs, we always used to having a lot of cornerbacks and safeties and nickels and stuff like that as a Eagle. And yeah, that's what they look. They look like old times today, man. They were flying around. And let me tell you, Quinyon Mitchell, he's going to be a hell of a player in the future. He is locking down. He's challenging these receivers, making pass breakups like he belongs there. It's got to get him to catch that ball, right? That's what they talking about. He dropped a lot of interceptions. It be like that sometimes. I dropped a lot of interceptions my second year in the NFL. Then my third year was all right. Then my fourth year, I caught 12 interceptions. 50 interceptions in 10 years. Why they ain't Hall of Fame in this man? Why they want to play with me? Because I say what needs to be said. So we're going to let that ride. We're going to brand that. You know what I mean? And Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was a fourth quarter monster against the Bengals, man. And he was another reason why they couldn't get the ball back in the fourth quarter, because he was gassing them, hitting them, running the ball. They couldn't stop him. Saquon Barkley is whew, definitely that kid, that guy that gets the Eagles to the next level, man. They keep playing sharp like this. They can keep this show on the road, man. Keep this going, keep this momentum going. And then Devontae Smith came through. Oh man, that 1-2 punch looking good. You know what I mean? That 1-2 punch was looking good. But what is going on with Joe Burrows and the freaking Cincinnati Bengals? I like Joe Burrows. I had some high expectations for Joe Burrows and Jamar Chase, and they can't seem to figure out how to win. Of course, the defense is horrible over there. Of course, the defense is horrible. You know what I mean? And in the fourth quarter, with the game on the line, the Bengals needed the ball back. And I can't understand what I'm saying, talking about the defense. Fourth quarter, game on the line. Everybody imagine, fourth quarter, game on the line. You the defensive coordinator, you on the defense. What coverage do you call? You make sure the cornerbacks, DBs, everybody is in the receiver's face. And that didn't happen. The defensive backs, the cornerbacks, they was playing far off the receivers, giving them easy, handing out easy first downs without even challenging the Eagles receivers. Like, what are they doing? It's like, I'm going to let you catch it. In that situation, you must press the receiver and force the quarterback to make a tough throw in tight coverage. I don't know what was going on with the Bengals, and that's part of their problem. They rank in the bottom half of every category almost on defense. Rush defense, pass defense, all that, man. It was horrible. I don't know. They didn't get the memo. Coach got to do a better job over there. Yeah. Ravens versus Browns. Our boy Lamar Jackson, man. If he don't do it by himself, if him and let me stop. Because they got a three-headed monster over there. Derrick Henry and Xavier Flowers. They did their thing. Derrick Henry showed up. Lamar Jackson did his thing. Xavier Flowers did his thing. But the man that prays, he gonna get his day. You understand what I'm saying? The man that prays, he gonna get his day. And Jameis Winston got his day. His day came finally. Can't be mad at Jameis. Jameis prays hard, baby. He's a leader. He's a natural born leader. And those Raven cornerbacks, let me tell you, man. Those Raven cornerbacks are tearing this Baltimore Ravens team up. They are the problem. They are the reason for the failure. They aren't doing anything but chasing the receivers. They're not trying to put themselves in position to make any play. Now, yes, you might say a few backups was in there, whatever, he might have you, but they don't make a damn difference. All you see is number 5 and number 21 chasing the receivers around the field. That's all you see. Cornerbacks chasing the receiver. Whenever the receiver take off, like, all right, boy, you ain't going there. All right, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Like, no, that ain't how you play cornerback. The name of the game is get the ball and stop them from catching the ball. I can't stop you from getting the ball by chasing you. I need to cut you off and meet you at the ankle or beat you to the spot. And you don't see that, man. And number 5, Jayden, like I said, Jayden Davis, man, he need to be put on punishment the way he played tonight. He played horrible. Like, he don't even understand the concept of playing football, cornerback. He played horrible. And he was the reason Jameis Winston went crazy tonight. Jalen Davis gave up down there half of all the freaking passing yards that the Browns had tonight. All on him, all because of him. Them DBs, cornerbacks, is horrible over them. That is not like Raven football. I know goddamn Jim Harbaugh is losing his mind over there. But them cornerbacks. Jamar Jackson did everything he can do. Try to win that game. He did. He played amazing. But Rashad Bateman, man, he had like one catch tonight. And he dropped a couple passes, but he dropped a critical 50-yard pass in the fourth quarter with the game on the line. That was hard for the team because it was so easy, and he dropped the ball. And like I said, Lamar did his usual thing, escaping tackles, making plays when they aren't there, doing whatever he can for that Ravens team, putting it all on the line. And the team didn't help him out, mainly the defense. And then Rashad Bateman, he dropped a few critical passes that was, whew, that 50-yard bomb was bad. And Derrick Henry, man, played well like he usually do too, so we can't make no excuses. He averages 6.6 yards per rush today. And it's just those defensive backs, man. They made life, they messed this game up. And Jameis Winston, like I said, he been praying for this day, man, praying for days like this. And as bad as the Browns didn't want to play Jameis Winston for weeks, he finally got his chance. His chance he's been praying for. And the most important thing he didn't do today to win this game, Jameis Winston, the most important thing Jameis Winston didn't do today was throw an interception. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, no interception. He did lose a fumble, but he played phenomenal, man. I guess anybody could play phenomenal against these doggone Baltimore Raven defensive backs. And yeah, man, all those speeches and motivational speeches and stuff like that. Yeah, he bringing life into the Browns. Jameis Winston say, "Yeah, give me my chance." These speeches, y'all think he just out here talking just to be talking? No, man. These speeches, these motivation speeches mean something. That means he's always ready to go. I'm not telling you I want to get in the game, but this is me letting you know that this is what I could provide for the team, coach. I'm a leader by nature. That's natural to me. Put me out there. But y'all know, man, Jameis Winston, he'll go out there, play just like he did tonight. What he had 300 and some yards and three touchdowns. He'll play like that one week and go out there the next couple weeks and just stank it up. Be like, what the world? He'll be fumbling the ball left and right. His legs will look like he can't barely stand up. It'll be all type of craziness going on. I don't know what be going on with old Jameis Winston, man. But when he wants to play and he focus in, he can really get it done. Jameis Winston can really get it done, man. Jameis Winston really can get it done. Oh, man. So that was it for the freaking Lamar Jackson, man. I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. Couldn't get that victory. Hurting his MVP chances. And yeah. But let's get into the Jets versus the Patriots. We need to talk about the Jets versus the Patriots. And of course, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams was going to look like all pros this week against the Patriots. Yeah, they were going to go out there balling. That Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams' connection was going to be talked about all night on SportsCenter and ESPN. At least that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to happen just exactly like that. And it was another game proving my point that the New York Jets had no business trading for Devontae Adams when they already had Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard. Like, what did you need Devontae Adams for? And you could have got other players or saved this pick. And that wasn't to do nothing but appease Aaron Rodgers because that's his friend. Bring my friend over here. No, he's not the best receiver or he's not as good as he used to be, but bring him over here because I need him or I'm going to be a distraction. And if you don't want me to be a distraction, you better bring my homeboy over here. And the sound of Aaron Rodgers couldn't beat two below average quarterbacks at this point in his career. At their point in his career, they're still below average. Drake May and Jacoby Brissett. That is horrible. That is horrible. He couldn't beat those two quarterbacks. And the offense still played horrible. The offense played horrible. They were dropping the balls left and right for the Patriots, giving Aaron Rodgers an even better chance to win. And he still couldn't pull it off. The Patriots offense did nothing today. And Aaron Rodgers could not win. That was horrible. And after hearing Bill Belichick's remarks, after head coach Gerard Mayo criticized his team for being soft, the team said, "We got your back, coach. We know what you meant. We ain't gonna let no outsiders distract us. We got your back, and we finna go out here and play physical and hard against these Jets." And for some reason, they went out there and played hard against the Jets. They played real physical. But I don't like how doggone defensive coaches always get caught up in names. Like, coaches get caught up in names all the time, right? And what I mean by get caught up in names, they want to put the best cornerback on the biggest name receiver, not the best athlete or the best receiver on the team. They want to put the best cornerback on the biggest name. And what I mean by that is they had Christian Gonzalez, the Patriots' #1 cornerback, covering Devontae Adams, who's in his 10th, 11th, 12th year. And all that's good, but he doesn't have the speed like he used to. Then they had number 25 Jones covering Garrett Wilson all night, which didn't have end up having a good outcome. Garrett Wilson went off tonight. And why did they do that? Why would you put, I don't know. It's just coaches get caught up in names instead of realizing the best athletes on the team and put the best cornerback on the team on the best player, not the biggest name. And I was a part of that. And I was kind of, back in my days, we had me and Ty Law. And Ty Law would stick the biggest name, but I would be on the best athlete. And I'm looking like, he wasn't making all the money. He need to be sticking him. The guy he's sticking is old and slow. They just talk about him a lot on television, And that's what's going on right there with Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. Everybody going to put their best cornerback on Devontae Adams when Garrett Wilson is really the best receiver on the Jets team. And then Hassan Reddick makes his return after failing to collect millions upon millions of dollars. And all that for what? I don't know. Because it didn't help. You know what I mean? And he's back. And the Jets is doing nothing since his return. You know what I mean? Let's get into a little Q&A. Let's talk to the chat real quick. Dolphins, let's start with Mr. Phil real quick. Joe Foster, what you agree with, baby? And let's start with Mr. Phil. Mr. Phil, one time the Dolphins defense is trash. They have no playmakers on defense. That's what he says. Do y'all agree with him? Do the Dolphins, y'all have no playmakers on defense? All they talk about is Jalen Ramsey, how great of a player he is. That's what I'm talking about. They keep talking about big names. That's the playmaker. You got a playmaker right there. You know what I mean? What's up with them Dolphins? You know? Baby mama. Bitter baby mama club. Talking about creating shit with your feet. Watch out for the little Manning at Texas he running. He said the man in that Texas running 22%. Yeah, you got to create with your feet nowadays, man. What else going on out here in the world? Man. Yeah, I was excited to see that game, Commanders versus Chicago Bears. Two rookies going at it. They played really good ball. They played really good ball. That's the future. That's the future. But see y'all tomorrow night, man. What y'all think about Russell Wilson in this situation? Y'all think Russell Wilson gonna continue to get better? And when I see Russell Wilson, I look into his eyes. I talked about this before. It looked like he's in a phase that he can't get out of. Like he might be going through something. You know, when we in love, us men, when we in love, and we realize the woman that we love don't love us no more. They might tell us they might not want to be with us. That affects us psychologically. Like nothing. We can't get past the point that that person want to leave us, and we can't focus on anything else. Do y'all think that might be some of the possibilities that some of the things might be going on with Russell Wilson? Um, because things just seem odd for Russell. Like me looking into his eyes, you know what I mean, and things like that. But you know, I'm waiting to see how Russell Wilson do tomorrow because I think he's gonna respond. I think he's gonna continue to play well. He's gonna get better because he started off real shaky. He was throwing the ball in the dirt and he had to shake the little jitters off. I'm rooting for Russell. We're gonna see. I just hope they ain't accepting that foolishness he used to do at Seattle and block calling, not being a transparent and a cool teammate. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't the style, Russell. This is a fraternity. We all in it for each other and with each other. Chat, what it do? You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's a wrap for the night. 49ers. That was the big question of the day, man. Y'all tag Mr. Cam Newton and y'all let Mr. Cam Newton know and ask him if Brock Purdy is a game manager, then what does that make Mr. Dak Prescott? You know what I mean? Because like I said, I think Purdy is better than Dak Prescott in pretty much all of the categories: passing, running, his IQ, making decisions, and most of all, the heart, the wanting, the will, the desire. Brock Purdy has Dak Prescott beating all those categories, man. And y'all can't argue with me because y'all can't prove it. Yeah, anybody could say anything, but we got to pull up the tape to prove it. You understand what I'm saying? And I got to give y'all an update about the charges and things like that. But we're gonna talk about that another day, man. Y'all keep the prayers up for the Samuel family. You know what I mean? Things be going on. You know what I mean? In between time. But that was Sunday Night Vibes. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Tune in tomorrow night after we watch Russell Wilson, the Pittsburgh Steelers. See what they do. See how good they look. Say what needs to be said. It's your host, Mr. Pick Six, Asante Samuel. I'm out.